Hey, how's everyone doing? This is Oz with Oz Mechanics, and on today's video we have this 2016 Nissan Altima right in front of me. So the issue with this Nissan Altima, customer was complaining that the check engine light came on, but it didn't exhibit no drivability problems, nothing like that. So how about in today's video we try to figure out this issue and give this vehicle back to the customer. All right, so we're inside the vehicle right now, and a little bit backstory. The customer did take it to another person. He did check it out. The only thing is that they told me that this was an active grille shutter code. So from there, I did talk to the technician that worked on it. He just told me that he checked out the powers and grounds, but with the multimeter, I do want to do a load test. But what we can do right here, let's get our Phoenix Max and let's just verify what codes they have. But before we do that, let's hook up my VCI. All right, now that we have it hooked up, this is going to be a Nissan. So we're going to do automatic search. All right, so right now what we're going to do, we can do a high-speed scan right here. Let's see how fast that picks it up. Look at that. That is super fast. But the main one that we're worried about is this ECM right here. So we do have one code right there, and that's what the customer was stating. All right, cool. So if we click on this, we do see that they have lost communication with active grille shutter right here. I did talk to the person that was working on this, and he did tell me that he did check out the powers and grounds, but this is three wires on this. And what I asked him, did you check out if the LIN communication was, if it had any activity? He did not hook up a scope to it. He did tell me what he did do is he put power and ground to the actual motor, but I did tell him that the LIN is what's going to be moving it. So after talking to him for a while, we agreed to that. So let's just go in here, and I just want to do one little test. I just want to see if there's an actual test right here to check this out. So if we go to actuation test, let's see. So that doesn't come up. Okay. Let's see if the special functions. All right. That doesn't come up. All right. So there's really no test right here to test this out right here. That is kind of, you see they have vent control, exhaust, alternator duty. All right. Let's go to this wiring diagram. So we're going to go to Pro Demand right here. So 2.5. And what I want to do is find this grille shutter. And we're going to test this out. So you can see the active grille shutter right here has three wires. So we have a black one, which is going to be grounded to the side of it in the engine compartment. We have a brown one, which is going to be our power. So if we follow this, the brown, follow it, number 3 on the other page. And this is a fuse, okay? And then the other one is going to be our blue, which is going to be our LIN. But as you can see, there's brakes here. There's a brake there, and there's a brake here. As well with our powers, brake there and brake there. So what I want to do is verify that we have powers and grounds, and as well we have communication before we condemn this. And another test that we can do as well, I just want to see if this code clears. So what we can do real quick, does it clear? Is it a constant fault? Okay, there's no more DTCs. Awesome. So now the next thing that we're going to do, we're going to put this on the lift, and I just want to check out the powers, grounds, and the communication. If we got all three of those and everything's working, then we know that for sure it's going to be an active grille shutter. If something's wrong, now we have to find out the problem. So let's bring the vehicle inside the shop and let's see what we find. All right, now that we have the vehicle up in the air, we can finally see where the active grille shutter is at. So it is down here. And basically these active grille shutters, they're there for aerodynamic, fuel efficiency, and all that mumbo jumbo. And what they do, they close up and then they open up for less drag and so on. So if we go right here, this is where we're going to see where our motor is at. All right, we can see our motors right here. We have 3 wires right here. So remember, brown one is going to be our positive, black one is going to be our negative, and blue is going to be our communication. So what I'm going to do, we're going to go ahead and we're going to pierce these. And before I get hated, I'm going to make sure that we're going to take these up. And we got these Phil's probe. These are amazing. But let's put this right here so we can check this out. You did see that we probed it right there. Now, the good thing about these, they have a little back end right here, so we can just hook our light right here. And all we're doing right here, we're just verifying that we have a load. And I did put the key on the on position. So, all right, so now we have good powers and grounds. That right here is lighting up this nice light bulb, and you can see it's nice and bright. So we don't have to worry about that right now. Now the next thing that we have to check out is we're gonna go ahead and check out our lid. But the good thing that we're doing right here, we're piercing the power and grounds, and that's basically killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Because what we're doing here is we're verifying that we have a good ground and we have a good power. As you can see, the light lit up really nice and bright. So now what we need to do is remove the one for the power, and we're going to move it into the lid. And let me just show you this too. You see these little small pins? Yeah, that's not making that much damage towards this. So now what we got to do, we're going to try 2 things. We have this connected now. So we have this long one on the ground and this one on lid. We have the key on the on position. I want to just see if the lid communication is moving. I might have to turn on the vehicle, so we're just going to see how that goes. So right now I just got to get my scope, and I'm going to get one for my top down. Now we have one problem. I actually left the scan tool on the vehicle on top, so we got to bring it down. Let's bring that sucker down, and then we're going to retest this. All right, so the vehicle's down, and I actually prefer it this way because I can turn on the vehicle and I still have the points right here. So now I have our scope hooked up, and remember, the long point is going to be with our ground, and then the shorter point is going to be our communication. So as you can see, there's no movement right now, but I might have to cycle the key. Let's check this out. All right, look at that. All right, now check this out. You see the data packets right here? They look pretty consistent. What does that mean? Normally, and this is from a good friend of mine, Mr. Keith DeFazio, he did tell me that whenever you have consistent packets like that look the same and you're not getting anything back and forth, is because it's trying to talk. It's sending a signal. It's like, hey, listen to me. Or in Italian, hey, listen to me. You know, okay, sorry, Keith. But yeah, it's kind of like that. Hey, man, listen to me. But it's not talking back. It's like someone's walking away and you're trying to talk to them and you keep on saying, hey, 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 but it's not responding. That's what I got out of it. Keith, smarter than me. Yeah, knows a lot more than me. So I say, okay, Keith, you're right. But that does make sense. This is what we're getting. I'm going with the active grill shutter. We did our test, we did our powers and grounds, and now we have comm right here. This is all we need. Now what we need to do is take this sucker off, and let's just see if the customer agrees with repairing this. So let's call her, let's see what happens, and if we do, we just pull this sucker down and get a new one. All right, now as you can see right here, it's a little bit darker. I got some lights on here, but we got our genuine right here from Nissan grill shutter. And one thing I did notice when I picked this up, always make sure to open up the box and check everything. This right here is on the closed position. As you can see, this is closed. Remember when we looked up here? I remember when I put the camera up there, it was open. So that right there is a nice indication that something's going on. So if I'm looking right here, I think this is going to be pretty good right here. We got 2 bolts right here. Is going to be a 10 millimeter on one side and then on the other side, and then we have some clips right here that we have to pop up. So we have our tool to take off the clips and then our 10 millimeter. So what we're going to do, we're just going to go down here, remove this. Hopefully we don't have to take anything off from the bumper, and we can just do this right here. I am going to tell the customer that I'm going to recommend getting the splash shield on the bottom so it's not going to damage anything right there. But let's go ahead, let's take this off, and then once we finish that, we're going to show you how everything looks, and then we can be done. Woo! Hopefully it works out. All right, in with the new, out with the old. As you can see, this one is opened, and you have what is the whole assembly plus the motor. I always like to just change all this out, because if these parts get a little bit too stiff or something, it's gonna mess up a brand new motor. But Nissan sells the whole assembly itself. So now this is the moment we've been waiting for. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead, bring the vehicle down enough where we can be eye level and enough where we can turn on the vehicle, and then we're gonna see what the scope sees. Once we have that, we can verify that how it moves, and we have communication. Let's cross our fingers, let's see what happens. So let's start bringing this down to set everything up. All right, this is what we've been waiting for. You're probably thinking, hey, I can hear a voice, but I'm just looking at the grill. The grill's closed right now. I have my scope recording now, and this is what we've been waiting for. Let's see what happens. There you go. Look at the grill shutter is opening up. Perfect. So I do notice one thing, that the scope, the lens is still showing the same, kind of those data packets like that. But let's go ahead and turn this off. Make sure that she closes up. See if we can read any codes. Make sure that the key is on all positions. Sorry about that. All right. As we can see, no codes detected. So there you go. We tested this out. We verified we had good powers, good grounds, and then the lens was actually communicating right there. I'm going to slow down the video, and I'm going to see once it moved if we saw any differences on there, because remember, beforehand it was not moving at all. Now we have some movement. So what do you think of my diagnosing? Anything that you would change, anything that you would add? Just let me know down below. Comment down below. All right, how I end off my videos. If you do like this video, please put a big thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that little notification bell to get our brand new videos coming out from Oz Mechanics. Y'all take care. Y'all have a nice day. Goodbye.